All right, welcome back, everybody, to another episode of GTNH. How is everybody doing? I'm doing pretty good. The congestion is back. You know how it is. The first 2 months of the year, I'm going to be on and off congested. So I've already talked about that, but just bear with me. It's coming back. I'm just fixing my mic here. So a little late today because my brothers were calling me. And guess what? They're also getting congested. I guess it just runs in the family. We're not built for the cold. And it's not even that cold. Today was like 50 degrees or something like that. Yeah. We just can't handle the cold. Anyways, so good and bad news. Let's start off with the bad news first. So, do you guys remember how I crafted or I tried to craft the portal to the deep dark? Funny enough, the craft failed in the infusion. We have a lot of stability if I check here. Where's my abacus? This guy. If I check the stability here, we have 309. That should be enough to do any recipe. The thing is, the amount of aspects that it needs was so much. It took this guy way too long to melt it down, which caused the craft to fail because it couldn't get the stuff in time. Because something about infusion, it decreases the stability over time, and the recipe failed. It deleted all my stuff. This, except for the raw portal. So luckily this survived. But here comes the good news. I did craft the other stuff off camera. So it's as if nothing happened. Don't worry. I just wanted to mention it. Don't do what I did. If you have a setup that takes forever to melt down your stuff, then that's gonna happen. I didn't really think about it. So before I actually craft the thing, I just need to make sure I have enough of all the aspects that I want. So we have enough of the vacuous, Tempus Luxurium, Alienus, it's right there, Terminus, right there, yes, Agula, and Superbia. Yeah, we should be good to do this recipe now. It's not, 50 degrees for me is way too cold already. Anything below 70 is my preferred temperature. It's actually what I set my AC to. Anything below 70, I have to start wearing sweaters. It gets too cold for me. It's just how it is whenever you're like a South Texan dude. It gets too cold very fast. But on the opposite scale of that, I'm completely okay in 100-degree weather. I'm fine. That's my normal Mondays. So let's craft it. Hopefully it doesn't break again. I am gonna watch it though. This takes a couple of seconds to respond to that guy. Oh, it broke my comparator. Hang on. Yeah, there's a comparator there that tells this whole little setup that, hey, I'm actually crafting something. And it broke. Of course you did. Hopefully it doesn't break. Because we need the deep dark portal. There it is. Okay. Take it before I break everything else. There, nice. So the plan, I'm gonna put it over here right next to all of my stuff. I'm curious, does it also work for fluid drilling rigs? Or is it only for mining stuff? I'm not sure. So really the plan for today is just to set up a bunch of void miners. I think I even have it. Pretty sure I crafted those off camera as well. We're gonna do 16 for now, but we're probably gonna end up having more. And the idea is to decommission any space mining module. So we have one over here. I'm going to decommission that one, as well as the other two over here. Yeah, these two. And after I decommission those, I can tear down this entire space elevator because it's no longer being used. So from what I understand, the Deep Dark gives us everything, all kinds of ores. So there's really no need for like a space elevator mining module, from what I understand. Another thing I wanted to show you guys is actually I fixed up the circuit assembly line setup. I was staring at it earlier today, just looking at it, thinking to myself, how can I improve this? And there's definitely ways to improve this, and I absolutely did. So one of the major flaws that we had yesterday is the fact that there was just too many wireless connectors. And I know you guys saw me like have to configure every single one. There was like dozens, right? Tens of wireless connectors. But this new setup is I only have to do it once at the front face, and that's it. So I rearranged some of the output hatches and took advantage of the fact of better wall sharing. For example, the maintenance hatches could totally be wall shared. That saves me some resources. The stocking hatches, those can actually be wall shared between all four in a group, which means if I just have the fluid hatch with the output buses, that also voids the need for me to have another controller. So I took off the red one. I don't need it anymore. I just connected the white one, the fluid, to the white connection. And I'm also taking advantage of the fact that the output bus is only items. So it's okay for me to connect the fluid storage bus here, and it's not going to interfere with anything. So the only thing I need to do if I'm going to duplicate the setup, I even have it copied like this, for example. All I need to do is paste it, change out the controllers, and reconnect all of the wireless connectors, and that's it. It's a lot simpler now. Instead of me having to go in here and like connecting all, it was like 32. It was a lot. It was a lot of connectors. So I just simplified things a little bit for myself. And I did say I was going to try to figure out the advanced AST line, but this one's a little trickier. I don't think I can do the same thing over there, mostly because of these guys. So it's a little tricky. What I can do, I know there's a way. I could totally have the items and the fluids buses on the same controller. That way I can also pass through a single cable that goes all the way over there. That's also an option, and that's probably what I'm going to end up doing. But we'll play around with that after I get the miner set up. So this is next after I get void miners going. Favorites. So first things first, let's get a... What is this guy even connected to? Dyson swarm. Yeah, don't touch that. That's my Dyson swarm. So let's get a quantum connection thing going. I can cancel that. That's completed. Hardcore GTNH WAN? No. It's not happening. So my thoughts on hardcore runs for GTNH especially, once you get to EV, you're technically unkillable. Excuse me. Because pretty much the nanosuit armor makes you really powerful. I say that, but I don't know if you guys remembered when I went to the Thaumcraft dimension, I totally got one shot, even with all of this armor on. And so it's possible to die, but it's really hard to die after EV tier. Because you also spend all of your time in your home base just crafting things, right? Like a hermit. Okay. Hey, Solarius, what's up? So there's some questions that I had about the deep dark that I'm probably gonna answer for myself. First of all, let's prepare some things. So one thing that I know about this is that mobs are gonna spawn regardless. They spawn at all light levels. So we want a way to artificially stop mobs from spawning there, which means I'm going to try the replicator. And now, because this one's a UV tiered block, then I should look at the wireless UV cover so that I can get the power for it. This might struggle though, the ass machine, because we don't have probably enough power to up tier to it. Yeah, it has deep dark. The only thing is that it's super expensive. It's gated behind Domcraft and UIV. Late UIV at that time. It's pretty expensive stuff. I just finished crafting the portal right now. So, dense plate. Let's go ahead and do that. So, so the deep dark, it has every single ore available in the pack, which means it pretty much is like a direct upgrade from the space elevator. The space elevator can't quite get everything, so yeah, it's pretty much a mining dimension with literally everything in it, but you have to set up void miners to access everything. So if you want to totally replace your space mining modules, from what people tell me, this is the end game. Like, this is the main method to mine ores until Eye of Harmony. And we're not quite there at Eye of Harmony yet. We're a little bit far away from that. Yeah, I'm not even going to look at this, but yeah, UMV components. But this is the way to mine ores at this point of the pack. And this all started as a rabbit hole because I wanted these circuit imprints. So if I wanted to craft 32, I need perseolite. So here's the rabbit hole. The only way to get perseolite is on ROS 128BA. And then I went there yesterday, and then someone told me about the portal to the deep dark and how it's just better overall for everything, not just perseolite. And so I was like, yeah, we can craft it. So I have to craft it overnight because this is expensive. And here we are now. I have the portal. I just have to get ready for it. So here's another question. I would like the wireless energy cover so I can give power to this replicator that I crafted. This guy. But to craft this has to be an assembler and UMV tier, which we don't have. So, is it possible for me to up tier this thing using a bunch of wireless energy hatches? Not too sure. One way to find out. So for me to up tier it twice, I have to give it 8 energy hatches. But let me see if that actually works. You can craft items with the next tier. It doesn't say if I can't craft items of the next tier. So I'm curious about that. So I have to give it 8 energy hatches. It looks a little cursed. No. If I'm really scared about dying, I do have infinity armor. I'm literally unkillable. I don't know if this is going to work. So this is 8 UEV, which should step it up to... Needs a higher voltage to start. Yeah, it's not going to work. So I can only up tier it by 1. Because technically this is already UMV tier, but I can't do that. Okay. So next form of upgrade. And I can't really craft the UIV wireless hatch. Because it needs... Yeah, it needs quantum circuits. Which is Shirobon, and I can't do that yet. But I do have access to regular UIV energy hatches. Okay. Now, in order for me to get that much power, looks like a transformer here. Go ahead and craft one. So I need a step-up transformer. Something that converts 4 amps into... It'll be this one. Yeah, convert 16 amps into 4 amps. Oh, it's so expensive though. And by the way, all of that, the only reason I want this wireless energy cover is to power the replicator. That's it. Unless a magnum torch is reasonable for me to craft. Do I have... Another option is just to use a different tiered replicator. It's still UMV. How dare you. Alright, let's just go to the deep dark, check out what it's all about. And I'll take some torches because I don't want to get bothered by the... What is it, the Gru? Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those days I'm going to keep sneezing a lot. I don't know what it is. It runs in the family, absolutely. We just get sick when it gets just a little bit cold. It's not even that cold. It's only like 50 degrees. I think it's also allergies, honestly. From what? I have no idea. It just happens. I'm going to blame my neighbor for no reason. Don't connect it there. That's going to break my network. Right there. Okay, so this one is going to connect to the deep dark, wherever I have it set up. And we have the 2 energy hatches. So give this right here 2 UAV energy hatches. And then transform up. That's going to be a blue wire because you're now UAV. Yeah. Okay. And this one I need to step up. Output UAV. Okay. And then connect you like that. Input UEV. And there we go. Okay, so now that's stepped up to whatever tier you want this to be. And there we go. Stop complaining. Okay. So now how am I going to set up these void miners? Probably a good idea to set them up in a way that's going to use the least amount of connections. And also I need to prepare the supporting blocks as well. So I need 36 times 11. Oh, this is 16, right? Yeah. Times 15. Oh, come on. 42 times 15. And there we go. All right. It's all the supporting blocks. You have everything else for it. And a bunch of input and outputs. Let's just go set up a little something and then we'll figure it out from there. Where am I going to put it? It's not going to explode, right? If I set it up down over here or something. Put it in the corner. I'm scared. Okay. Oh, we even got a trophy for it. So what's the best way for me to deal with this? If I go all the way up. I would like to go to the... I guess we can do a little bit of exploration, right? Yeah, let's do some exploration. It's been a while since I've been here, and I know there's like this structure, but I don't think I've ever seen it before in person. Yeah, something like that, right? And then you have like these pits into the middle, like the bottom of the world that go all the way down. You got tough as well. Oh, does it just go into okay. That dude just fell. It goes into like the void? I didn't know that. That's cool. So I'm not sure if any ores actually spawn here. What's that up there? It's a bedrock tree, right? There's a chest up here. I wouldn't say that's very worth it, but yeah, this is the structure that I was thinking about. I've never actually been inside here. Hello. Oh, sorry. I'm too lazy to take my weapons out. Is it just like a maze or what? Okay. Go away. Taking a lot of damage because it's dark. Also, let me put on this. Oh, hello. Yeah, I don't think it's very worth it, but I'm curious to see what's at the very bottom. There's a lot of stuff here. Get away. This is a pretty interesting little structure. Yeah, leave me alone. Yeah, the torches are important for me to like not get hit by the grue. Or the darkness is what hurts you. Okay, well, pretty cool structure. Let me get out of here. So chances are, right, I think I just want to set up all the mining stuff up top. Probably what I'm just gonna do. I should be able to teleport through the void. I know I did it in the nether. I know, you're scared of the dark. It's okay. Stop it. Okay, sorry. Oh, okay, it's gonna get... Oh, it's bright. I can flashbang you guys. Just do this. Let me turn off my night vision while I'm here because it gets too dark. How do I do that? The CN? Yeah, like that. That's just a feature. I don't know if you're joking or not, but that's just, or if you're aware or not. It's just a feature of the deep dark. If you're in the dark for too long, it hurts you. So like if I just stand here, I start taking damage. After a while. Oh, you're gonna see I'm gonna start taking damage for no reason. No, nad. So yeah, I guess we'll just set up all of our fun shenanigans out here. Shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, there it is. So when you ruin it, we're gonna need light sources everywhere. Not too bad. So it turns out I may not need. I'm still gonna place down the replicator, but I'm gonna set down like a. We'll start with like a 3x3 area, and just like I did with the Dyson swarm, right? We'll do this like that. Right here. So 1, 2, and that's a 3x3. Oh, it doesn't let me build up here because this is world height. Okay, so I can't build up here. I'm gonna have to build it somewhere. Somewhere. Height limit. I'm trying to get out of here. Okay, fine. So we're just gonna go back home the old-fashioned way. Warp home. And then we'll go back. And I think I will turn on the night vision back on because I'm not going to be out there. Okay, I didn't realize that it doesn't. I can't build at world height. That's fine. I'm still going to do a 3x3 area. Keep the portal in the spot too. Okay, so starting from here. There's one. And two. Right here. And they keep going up. That's probably high enough. Like that. And then replace air. Okay, chill. If we can't go up to the roof, we'll just make our own box. Preferably a 3x3 thing. Just like that. Yeah, sure. Okay. And then also get rid of you. And then I'll just leave the torches there. All right. So this is actually a 2x2. So I need to expand it just a little bit more. So from here, go all the way over there. Hello, get out of here. To here. Then replace you. There's only 40,000 blocks I have to get rid of. But yeah, it doesn't seem like any ores are spawning here. But that's all void miners anyway, so it's okay. No, stay away. Stay away. Okay. Then go ahead and chunk load all of this. Think it's like that? If I go over to these chunks, they should be loaded. Right? Yeah. Okay. No, back off. Why are there so many of you? This is also why we have the replicator here. Make sure that this is chunk loaded so I don't lose any of my stuff. And then, oh, no. Fishing zombies are the worst. Anything that like restricts or modifies my movement, I really dislike. And I just put that. It doesn't really matter where I put it, right there. UV. UV. Yeah. Does that actually work? Yeah, I'm sure it does, but double check. Yeah, that works. Okay. So I shouldn't expect to see any mobs unless it doesn't work. Why aren't you working? Does it really not work? What does a repilator do? I might not be understanding it correctly. Repels nasty creatures, range 100 unpowered, 400 powered. Or maybe it takes a while for it to work. I don't know. I'm gonna trust that it does not work. Okay. Good to know. So it looks like I do probably want to invest in some chandeliers. Because apparently these work, and this is actually super cheap. Okay. Yeah, we'll just craft this. Excuse me. Excuse me. Creosote. Do I even have any creosote? Yeah, it's a sneeze attack. Get ready for it. Oh man, what is it? We'll use the coal one because I have a lot of coal, right? Only 18 million? Yeah, sure. Okay. While that crafts, I'm gonna blow my nose for a little bit. I'll be right back. I ordered Chili's yesterday, right? So you know I'm from the South when I order fast food, thinking it's a normal day, and then I go outside to my car to go pick it up, and my car's frozen. I didn't even think that my car being frozen was a possibility because that's never happened to me ever in my life. I've never had to deal with a frozen car. And I was just, standing there looking at my car like, what do I do? My food. Me being me, I walked all the way to Chili's. Because, you ain't gonna get between me and my chicken crispers. Allie, I can provide moral support.
Okay, you know what? Allie, do you see the end of the rope?
Hold on. I was getting the food.
Allie?
I had to go all the way down.
Behind there. Oh, they are.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
No. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I even took some over the counter congestion helper medicine. Hopefully that helps a little bit. Okay, so for sure this guy isn't doing anything. So it may not follow the normal spawning rules. is what I would have to guess. So no seed of it, go away. Buy, and buy. And we can just put chandeliers everywhere. Or should I invest in the magnum torches? Because I didn't realize that you can't put this on the floor. Can you put them on walls? No, you can only put them on ceilings. Yeah. And I want something that I can put on walls. Don't shoot that guy. That guy will kill you. One shot. But that's a QED though. Alter Nexus? What? Am I actually gonna craft this? Yeah. I need to be able to prevent mob spawns because they're gonna get annoying. I mean, it's not like I can really die from them. It's just they're gonna get annoying. And the other thing is just to set up chandeliers everywhere. I'd rather just do that. So it says it works in like a 16 by 16 radius. So I guess I'll put them in every corner. Please stop it. Yeah. It's gonna look cursed, but we need the chandeliers. Oh, don't move. Don't affect my movement. It's a big pet peeve of mine. Please stop. Please stop. I'm trying to help you. If I restrict your spawns, then I won't have to hurt you. Get away. It's very refreshing to fight mobs. Because when I did that piano stream, I could not fight mobs at all. It's terrible. I'm just gonna put them in every corner. They might get in the way of some of the void spawners, but that's fine. One more. Right there. Okay. So here is the idea. Get rid of all the junk in my inventory. And set up the quantum ring. Should put it in the corner here. Put an anchor to jumpstart it. Is that not how it works? That is not how it works. Okay. And I can even set up a warp over here. We'll do warp or set warp deep dark. All right. So we have our machine set up, and I think I'm just going to set up like a row of them starting over here. So how am I going to line this up? That's a good question. I'm not too sure. It looks like I should be able to wall share them. At least like over here. So let's wall share it and see what it looks like. So I imagine this is gonna go like somewhere like this maybe. And I also want to follow that principle as the circuit assemblers. Something that is expandable. It looks like I actually got it pretty spot on. It doesn't really have to be centered or anything. I can just put it somewhere else. I'm going to put it one off from the chandeliers there. And I also have to put lights everywhere so that I don't get bothered. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, right here. Like that. And I think that's where the first one is going to go. Okay. And then I can put the next one, try to wall share it. And it looks like I can put the interfacing along here on these two. And that also reduces the amount of channels that are shared. Believe that is ideal. I may even be able to quadruple share them. This is also going to bother me. Yeah, I should be able to like wall share them and then take their casings and I can put connections in here. How much of this can be wall shared? You're going to be hearing a lot of those noises, by the way. You might be able to wall share a lot of it, right? Let's try to put another one over here. Is there like a torch lighter thing? I don't think I want to though, because it's gonna get in the way of a lot of my building blocks. So nah, that's fine. So the next one is going to be along here. So from this one, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's right there, right? Yeah. I have no idea if that's correct. No, that looks right. Yeah. And I might be able to like wall share another group back here. So what I'm thinking is if I can get 4 of them wall shared right here, that's going to reduce the amount of channels, which corresponds to me being able to really spam a bunch of stuff, right? Yeah, let's try it. Yeah. I'm a little annoyed though, because I take damage every like 5 seconds. Also, we have offhand capability. I forget about that. How you doing? I have to ask, how do I pronounce your name? How would you pronounce it? Always been curious about that. So Quorms? Nice. Okay, cool. I was just curious. So a question I had here is, can I wall share this like crazy? Is it possible to do a 2x2 somehow? I don't see why it wouldn't be. I might be able to share up to here. Right. Which means I should be able to push this further by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks. Is that how it would work? No, I don't think so. They don't even care about wall sharing. You know what? You're right. We're so rich at this point. Just grab it. I have to say though, that a fair warning that I'm pretty sick right now, so my judgment isn't 100% there. So I'm gonna be making mistakes like that or thinking a little more than I should. Yeah, I won't care about wall sharing. I will at least wall share to this extent. I'm just gonna keep going until I put all 16 down and then connect everything. This is just a start. Yeah. So I'm just gonna copy. We'll go from here. Oh, oops, get out of my inventory. From here. And from here. So the paste should be right here, I think. Is that how it would work? So between controllers, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Okay. And then, am I missing blocks or something, or what's going on over there? No, it's probably not filling in the other one. I put it right there. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 to the left. So it is wherever they meet up, right there. Okay, so I have 10 left. I just have to keep doing this. How much do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm just gonna keep doing it. And put the next one over here. I have 4 DTPFs, if that's what you're referring to. And I'll show you. I got 4. 2 by 2. And they're all working over here. This little weird setup that works for me. I like it. And all the control is over here. Yeah, last time I was watching. Okay. Yeah, we totally got 2 of them. They're still very slow, so I absolutely want some more. But I'm trying to get deep dark for stuff. Sorry for the flashbang every time I go in here. It's gonna happen. And it's funny because this whole deep dark adventure started off as a random side quest for me to get all of this for Persea Light so I can make circuit imprints. That's really the only reason I came here. I was gonna set up a void miner at Ross, but like I figured that since I'm already here at UIV tier, I might as well just go all the way, commit to it. Stop it! Only have 2 right now. Don't particularly feel like spamming them yet until I get some. Yeah, also that. Turn of Coils will go so crazy right now. So overall, like a major goal I have, my next major goal is Compact 5. Not just one, but a lot of them. But I need a lot of circuits for this. I'm sure you know that. Our circuit crafting is very slow, as well as crafting any of the basically anything circuit related, including the ass line stuff. So I've been spending time improving those kinds of setups, and I'll show you right now. Let me place these down first. What I should have done is actually copy pasted with all the other supporting blocks. That's my bad. Oh, there's also going to be like 1,000 mobs in between, right? So what I'm going to do is, okay, stop it. I know you hate it. Just put a chandelier under everything. Because I don't want to deal with stuff. Hopefully that doesn't break any of the multi-blocks, but I don't want to deal with mobs, so there you go. I do. I know magnum torches are a preference, but I'm lazy. Unless there's something else to prevent spawns. Because I tried the repilators. Repilators don't work here. For whatever reason. I know the magnum torch is one option. Oh, let me show you. So I recognize that my circuit crafting is abysmal. So I spent some time yesterday figuring out a way to like set up my circuit assembly line. So now I have like 32 of them. This is all just made to do wetware processors. It's a whole thing. And I set it up in a way that's copy pastable. And this is where the rabbit hole started, because this is for LUV circuits. And I'm like, oh, I need to do the same for ZPM. So I need these circuit imprints. Give me 32. Oh, I don't have Perseal Light. All right, Deep Dark it is. Ritz, you got to tell me what to rename. You can't just tell me the rename. Sorry for the flashbang. I should warn people before I actually do that. Okay, so we have all the void miners down. I just need to claim all the chunks. Let me go all the way over here. And we'll just do all of you. Oh yeah, for the actual lighting of it, I think arcane lamps would work. And they don't look very expensive. Oh. Is it the same amount of points? I could just feed the ball instead. I don't even know how many points. It's the same amount of points. I'll feed the ball instead. You're good. Quick showcase. Big dude. Bad news. I ripped a rubber band yesterday. How do I fix this? I just keep wrapping over it until it disappears, honestly. There's a couple of rubber bands in here that I've ripped already. And every time they rip, I just cover over them. Out of sight, out of mind. I'm pretty sure the current world record rubber band ball had the same thing. Speaking of which, have you guys looked up the world record rubber band ball? The dude just has it like in a trailer outside his house. It's that big. And it's so like heavy that it droops down. It's like right now it's at a reasonable weight, so it doesn't morph. But at some point it gets so heavy that gravity has an effect. And you see it like droop down. It's funny. At some point this one is gonna get like that too. I'll do 5. I think that's 5, yeah. I'm curious how that sounds. I actually haven't looked back at any footage with the rubber band ball. Time for everyone's favorite ASMR. Yeah. Let me drink some water while I'm here, though. So yeah, the arcane lamp was probably going to help because, yeah, the darkness part is getting a little annoying. So let's go back. I'm surprised I could even do it. For mobs, I just straight up turn on peaceful mode. That's allowed, right? Should I just do that? Like, is there any need to have mobs? Does the Chaos Dragon get affected? Because that's still one mob I need to fight. Well, flashbang. Sorry, forgot to warn you guys. Don't look. How does this work? I just put it down, right? And it does whatever. Just gonna put it wherever. Yeah, I'll just leave it like that. If it complains, then chances are I'm way too high up anyway. So just put that the guy right here. Yeah, I might just turn on peaceful mode, honestly, because it doesn't really matter at this point. So let's mark today. What is this, February 4th? How many hours in? 1131 hours. Jeez. Let's say today marks the first day of peaceful mode. It's part of the rules. It is totally allowed to have peaceful mode on. What's it called? Difficulty? Difficulty peaceful. Okay. Yeah, because mobs are kind of a nuisance, honestly. All right, so we have all the void miners in. What I should have done is copy pasted with all the technology attached to it. But I didn't do that because I'm not smart. That's fine. So what do I need for this? I need to have a fluid input and a item output, right? I'm not going to worry about whitelist, blacklist. I'm just going to pull everything, honestly. It doesn't matter. It is built in. Put the ore into the input bus to set the whatever, and then yeah. So I just need to have, first of all, an energy hatch for every single one of them. They don't really use that much power, so I don't want to spend UEV. So what kind of power do they use? And I'll just give it that much. but I should have crafted it ahead of time. I forgot. So energy hatch UV plus because it uses UV. So give it UV wireless. Make 16 of this. Shouldn't be too expensive, right? Nah, not really. Nah, that's fine. Okay. So each one is going to have an output bus. And a stocking bus. It's not really. Really, the main issue with wireless, for example, the best one I can craft is UEV. I can't get the UIV one yet because that one needs Shirobon and I don't have that. The main expense is whatever circuit type. So in this case, it's pico circuits and space time and tesseracts. That's really it. Everything else is just normal stuff. So if you can like reliably produce space time or tesseracts, you should be okay. But for something like the UV wireless hatch, I already have one. If I check this one, it's a UEV circuit. So it looks like it uses a circuit that's 2 tiers above whatever type of energy hatch it is, plus the OG energy hatch itself. I will say though that the multi-amp ones, they're a little expensive as well because it needs a lot of Shirobon and transcendent metal. So I can't even get that yet. So I would say not really. It's not too bad. So this one I will go ahead and just have a wireless energy hatch right there. And we'll go ahead and wall share everything as well. So put that right here. What is it? Stocking input hatch. To go ahead and clear the colors. Yeah, maybe I should not have paid attention to the wall sharing because it's getting a little confusing. But this should mean reduced channels spent, and that's always nice, right? And I think what I'm just going to do is copy paste. Because I want this one to have... I mean, does it matter if I just use it? Might as well just use a Ganison also. That's the biggest thing, yeah. Cross-dimensional power is great. I will say, though, that it's, for some reason, if you want to power single blocks, you do have that option using these covers. But every single one of them needs a UMV tiered power for your ass machine, so just be aware. But the cross-dimensional capability is what's great. So I'll give each one Oganison, and then this one is just a simple output bus. And then go ahead and paste here. And we keep going. Okay. And then Let's go ahead and get a wireless connector here. And I'm going to put it right there. And 2 black cables. Like that. And also copy paste that. Probably should have copied it, save time, but you know what, it's fine. And one thing that I need to do before I forget, actually go back home and set up a level maintainer for Organocin because I don't have any passive way to generate it. If it proves that it's too much of an issue, then I just need to switch to Radon, I think. Is it Radon or Xenon? Sorry. But this also gives me an excuse to try to set up a automation for this. I need to have the fluid drop for it, right? So try having just buffer 10 million for now and craft 1 million at a time. Let's try that. How reasonable is it? I think that's fine. I only have 3 compact Mark IVs and I can make way more. Okay. That's pretty much what I have. Okay, that works. I have 3 Mark IVs. Oh wait, no, I have 1 Mark IV and 3 Mark IIIs. So that's a little under yours because my Mark IV counts as, I don't even know. I'm not gonna do the math for that. That's entirely why we're working with we're trying to get the other fusion Mark V anyways. Sorry for the flashbang. I have to remember to remind people about it. Okay. Next up, we just put a hub down over here. And then start connecting all the dudes to this guy. What do you mean, no, you're not? Dude? I'm not sorry? Is that what you're saying? No, I just keep forgetting until I actually show up in the dimension. Okay. So only 16 channels. I guess so. Okay.
Hydration time.
Hydration time. Thank you, Ali. Hello. It's one of those days, Ali. I had a sneeze attack earlier. The congestion showed up out of nowhere. I did take some medicine though, hopefully to like decongestant. It's probably placebo, but I feel like it's helping me out already. Okay, so there's a Ganison there. All right, and then we set up, I need the wireless energy hatches. So it didn't even take that long to craft them. And I'm gonna put the one for each. It's the cold. I know, but it's not even that cold over here. Let me check the temperature, actually. It's 50 degrees. Well, for me, that's pretty cold. But my apartment has been a consistent temperature, so I don't know what it is. Probably allergies also. Oh no, it was opposite for me. Yesterday it was a nice 70 degrees. That's why I was able to take a walk. And then it went down to 40 today. It's so weird. No. Oh, maintenance hatch, right? I should be able to share the maintenance hatches between two of them. Let me see if that actually... Yeah, okay. This doesn't need any mining pipes, right? I didn't account for that. I don't think it does. By warm, I think it was 40. Okay. Yeah, the first couple of months, I'm not a big fan of them. I always get like sick and whatever, and I'm like, ugh. There it is. Just soft mount at the rest. But did you say you have 256 void miners, Quirms? I just realized. I just remembered what you said. I have 16. Oh man. The whole point of this is to get a little bit of Perseolite anyway, so anything else is a bonus. Now the real question is if my multi-blocks can even deal with it, like my void miners or my ore munchers. Discovered, I'm pretty sure my built-in phone app for weather is AI. Oh. Everything's AI nowadays. Perseolite where? It's gonna take forever for it to show up, right? So how much ores does it actually produce again? Void miner. Planning to make 1,500. If I'm gonna put that much, I'm gonna set them up clean because this isn't a clean setup by my standards. If I'm gonna machine spam, I want to do it to the point that it's easily copy pastable, and this isn't very well. Technically, it is copy pastable. Yeah. If I wanted to do this, I just have to copy it and put it somewhere else. Well, because I'm not worrying about mobs, I don't need these chandeliers anymore, right? I'm just gonna clear that up. Okay, it is copy pastable. You need at least 1,000 to last into Eye of Harmony or something. Oh man. I'm gonna take that with a little bit of salt, only because people have told me to play certain ways, and I've been able to get here so far. I'm not saying that they're wrong, but yeah, it's I always take that like with the salt, and my biggest argument for my reasoning is because You get a lot of people who are saying, "Oh yeah, build 576 coke ovens because you need that to last you until MV or HV." And I was like, "No, you don't." I survived until HV with 2 advanced coke ovens. That's all you need. But the late game GT&H stuff is so like varied. Like even though we all have access to the same machines, our playstyles are very different. I'm not gonna say that anyone's wrong in playing how they want though, but that's always how I prefer to play. It's but they're absolutely cheap, yeah. How I prefer to play, I like to make mistakes. I'm gonna make mistakes and I want to learn from them. Throw myself into the problem. And then cry about it when it's gonna give you problems. For example, Light is cringe and it's not giving me the rates that I want. So honestly, I want to double the setup because I might as well. This is already, I can fit 16 more channels, which means I can double this just fine. So I'm gonna do it. Give me 64 of these dudes. That's really my main concern is it easily expandable? And this seems like it is. I just have to configure each one of these. It would be way more expandable if I can do like a 2x2 void miners, but that's a little bit too much effort. No, thank you. What is that block? What am I trying to copy? Not sure. Yeah, they're very cheap. Absolutely. It's like even right now, I have no issues doing this. I'm just going to do it again. I wonder what that is. How come it's like, oh, the arcane lamps. Oh, okay. Well, I'm just going to put it down right over here. Right there. But, you know, I can't really do that. I'm going to clear manual plans and at least plan it. Yeah, that's what I was going to do. When you say fake pattern, what do you mean? Like this? Oh, and glimmer of light. Who cares? How expensive is this? It does have to craft 16 void miners. Not too bad. This doesn't look bad at all. We'll leave it crafting for a little bit while I work on other stuff. How's my press whatever? Oh yeah, there it is. We already got some. That's all I was waiting on, honestly. How do you get rid of it? What do you mean? Torch pattern goes hard, yes. Wait, did you see that? Yeah, I needed torches all the way out here in what tier am I in? UIV, whatever. Was that a sarcastic comment, Corms? I'm curious. I can't tell. If that was... Oh, like how I started the pattern without the torches? Oh, I just did the plan. I just made a manual plan. And then I just crafted with the ignore missing recipes. Or missing crafting mode. So just craft it without the glimmer of light. It's going to complain whenever I actually paste it. No, you did not know that. So, for example, if I were to craft like another 10 fusion reactors, I won't be able to, right? So, like, for example, let's say I want to start the craft anyways. It tries to craft everything that you have. So, that all I have to do is, like, hit the button, ignore missing crafting, and it'll just do whatever you have available. And anything that's missing, it's going to set them as a crafting step. So, for example, even though I told the glimmer of light to get ignored, it's still expecting them to finish the recipe. But because this is a plan, it doesn't really matter. I'm just going to cancel it when it finishes. I did not realize this either until someone told me. There's so many things here I did not realize. For example, someone told me about this hide stored items button so I can better see bottlenecks. So instead of showing everything that's stored in the crafting storage, I just push this button over here and it hides everything. It only shows things that need to be crafted. And this helps me so much with bottlenecks. I didn't realize this existed either until a couple weeks ago. There's so much stuff that there's just so much stuff. So a question I have, another one is, are my ore munchers able to deal with this? I'm not too sure. What I will say though is that now that we have those void miners, I'm gonna turn off my space elevators just to save on a little bit of processing. And honestly, what I'm gonna do off camera is actually clean up the void miner setup because it's bothering me. But whenever I do like really big spams, like big plans, I like to do that off camera because it's a relaxing thing for me. Like all of this, I don't think I can do this on camera. So I'm like, I just spend a little bit off camera, just hanging out, watching some YouTube videos on the side. Lately, I've been watching a lot of Call of Duty Zombies lore. If you guys know anything about that, no, you don't. It's so confusing. I've been watching a lot of that as well as Bloons Tower Defense 6 videos. I don't even play that game. I've been watching a lot of videos about it. There, we have the Persea light that showed up. That's good. All right. Let's go ahead and set up the BioWare processors next. We need a lot of CPM circuits. Yeah, it's such a like a wild rabbit hole to go into. It's pretty fun. It's pretty fun stuff. Let me drink some water. Okay. I think I played it. No, I played BTD5 the most. Zombies I also played a ton of. So I kind of stopped playing zombies when it got to BO3. I didn't really play a lot of BO3. I played all the maps, but I didn't really play them that much. But BO2 and BO1, those are the ones I played a ton of. I would never get very far, but I still had a lot of fun with it. Something might have got stuck here. So circuit 5 recipes might need to get fixed. But or maybe the alloy blast melter's a little slow. Yeah, you're a little slow. Yeah, that's why I did the whole thing off camera, because I didn't want to have you guys sit through that. It's a whole rabbit hole, but it actually doesn't go by. It doesn't go. It goes by pretty quickly, is what I'm trying to say. But BO2, Black Ops 1, both of those I played a ton of, and BTD5, that was my jam when I was high school as well. When I was doing anything, like doing everything except schoolwork. Yeah. Tell you what, I'm gonna not craft the void miners right now. I'm gonna clean up those setups off camera. I'm gonna try to cram as many as I can efficiently so that I save as many AE2 channels as possible. So that's really my main objective whenever I set up big automations is, can I save AE2 channels as much as possible? And that's what this is doing. And also plan the build around the AE2 channels. For example, this group of 32 is an entire controller face. So if I wanted to add another group, it would just use another controller face. So I actually have so many of these groups potentially. I don't know. Is that the right way to say it? That's my accent. Potentially. That's not a word, right? It's potentially. I always mess that up. So one of the things I do want to work on, I really need to upgrade my ass lines here. So what is a good way to do that? It looks like I still want to do lasers. But let's figure out a way to automate them. So this is kind of a template that I have, and let me actually get my stocking buses here. So what I can probably do, set them up the same way I have the other ones. Does the output bus, I think the output bus can go wherever, right? So I should be able to save a couple channels as well. But I think in this case, I'm going to have it separate like that. All right. So what I can probably do, because of the fact that this is both a fluid and item, I should be able to connect them to the same, basically mimic what I have over here, where the minimum setup required is to have just one row of wireless connectors connected to a bunch of subnets. And I can totally do that here and extend all the way until I run out of channels. So if I have the same color, to reduce the number of wireless connectors so it's easier to set up, I would need to have that many subnets. And then this one controls how many of the outputs I'm allowed to have. The good thing though is that this is going to be wall shared with another AS line. And I'm not going to set them up the long way because there's not really a good way to plug in laser hatches. Because if I, like when I wall share them, I can't really connect, you know, this one plus the one on top, and it's going to interfere. So it's going to be just like this instead of the long way like I have those. Okay. Let's go ahead and set up a little something here. It's going to be the same idea. Do right there, yeah. So I just need a wireless connector here. And the cool thing about it is that this is only going to take 2 channels. So one of them to push the items into here, and then the other one to receive the items. And that's what I mean. If I'm going to spam machines like crazy, it has to be reduce the channels as much as possible. So where's this going to go? That's a very good question. Behind the space elevator? Nah. This is reserved for circuit assembly. You know what? What if I just put it here and anytime I want to add circuit assemblers, they just go on top? So it's just going to be a massive pile of circuit assemblers. I'm down for that, right? And same thing for for the component ASC lines, just put them right here, the same, basically copy this setup here, and then if I need more ASC lines, just keep going up. Oh yeah, I'm down. Let's do it. So is this connected to a hub? I don't remember. I don't even know. I'm just going to put it wherever, honestly. It doesn't matter. We have a lot of connections. Queuing mode. Like that. Okay, and it's going to be a very similar setup over here. So if I basically like this to like that. can't find dual interfaces? How dare you? Oh, you really can't. Why is this taking forever? What the heck? Oh, because that's a... Yeah, I forget. That's a chance craft, so it doesn't always work. Yeah. Oops. If I cancel the craft here, does it actually work or what? No, I just have to take this guy. I'm going to put it in the corner here, so if I ever see issues, then I can always fix it. Yeah, chance crafts are kind of cringe. Is there any way to guarantee? No, right? Like, one thing I can do is just put like a huge amount of stuff in there. Yeah, I need to fix the recipe. So let's say I just put like a huge number. Put a times 100 and this one times 100 as well. Just to get like 32. Or I'm going to be building these in the groups of 32, so it makes 64, sure. I want this to just be like a huge amount of inputs, see what that does. 5 more, right? See what that does. This one is a 1-to-1. A lot of soldering alloy, and then it should just push everything in there and... No, it doesn't really work. I mean, it works, but it's going to get stuck here, and I don't know how to deal with it. Oh, probably because it's not like a matching number, right? So if I put like 1,000 here, oh, I guess I put 100, and I'm expected to get 64 here. But add an extra 0 because I can. Times 10, yeah. I think that's what the issue is. I should expect to use the exact amount of inputs for whatever amount of outputs. All right, we have the circuit imprints. Nice. Let's go ahead and get the other group of circuit ass lines going. So here's the other experiment I want to try. And that is mark copy. If I share inputs, for example, if I put the same recipes here in the I'm circuit ass lining it interface, does it cause any problems? I'm willing to bet no, it doesn't, because I have a blocking card, but so one way to find out, right? It's just become a what do you call it? What are you even connected to? It's become a recurring theme lately. Every time I do bulk crafting, it becomes I'm something it. For example, I'm mixing it over here. I'm engraving, or I'm lasering it. It's just become such an inside joke that every time I do a bulk crafter somewhere, it becomes I'm something it. It's funny. A beamline as well, I think. Let me check beamline. I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, I'm beaming it. Fusion reactors as well. I'm fusioning it. So whenever I set up this one, it's gonna be I'm advanced ass lining it. It's very original, right? All right, so here's the trick. So it's gonna be annoying because Matter Manipulator is really dumb when it comes with different kinds of what do you call it? Like these guys. So I don't really know how to go around that. Let me try to plan it though, just in case if I'm missing something. I think I'm missing just a bunch of wires that I have to craft. Yeah, that's all I'm missing. So I just need to have a bunch of you. Make a bunch of dense wires like that, and then like that. And there you go. So if I try to craft the plan, available, everything is available. Yeah. So try pasting the entire thing. What are you missing? Missing purple cable, right? Oops. Oh, I'm out of purple dye? How dare you? No, I'm not. I have lavender. If you had to make an estimate, how far along in the mod pack are you? At least one. Sorry. I would say 60 to 70%. Or maybe even higher. I don't know. I've never really been this far in the pack. So it's kind of hard for me to estimate based on end game goals, but everyone's gonna say different numbers, right? But what I can say though is that as soon as you got Dyson Swarm, so if I check over here, this guy over here, as soon as I got this, it's gonna really it really impacted how much power I'm getting in the base. It 10x'd how much power I'm getting, and I can do so much fun stuff with that now. Bro said one, yeah. Okay, let me just make sure. Could not find item. 30 blocks will be skipped. That's kind of expected. Okay, you have all the wires though, right? That's the wires that are important. You have all the power. You have, yeah, you're just missing controllers. So, all right, and that's what this is going to be for. I just have to get the imprints. 32 of you. And there we go. So yeah, this is probably just the most annoying part of this is how I'm gonna have to manually put all the imprints down and also configure each one of these, but that's not too bad. So it did attempt to place 2 controllers somewhere. I've been playing through Meatball Craft and I reached a threshold where no one really plays through the whole pack. I've noticed that. That's one of the inspirations actually, because I always want to make a series. There's a series for everything, right? But I couldn't find anything on Meatball Craft either. But I'm trying to finish this pack as well, and I would love to go back to Meatball Craft. I appreciate that though. No, but it makes me glad that there is a demand for it. But I gotta finish this pack. This pack has been running for like almost more than 2 years. I also have some other projects in mind. The biggest one being, I'm just gonna trash it honestly, get out of here. And the biggest one being the last weekend I did the stream where I played vanilla Minecraft entirely with the piano. I was able to beat it. It took me 13 hours, but I'm trying to edit the video. It's gonna be pretty fun. Trying to get to that point. A lot of little projects I have in mind. Is that really all I have to do? Just make it turn? Looks like you're building a whole PC within a program within a PC, right? Yeah, GTNH just being GTNH. No, but if I had to recommend a series you can watch right now, there's a group of people playing Meatballcraft, and they do stream it. I don't know how often, but I would recommend checking them out. Zyrith, Drifter, and I think there's a third person, but there's a group of them. They're also GTNH enjoyers, so they definitely are learning lessons from this pack. So let me actually type their name in chat. I would know they're pretty cool dudes, so I'd recommend Drifter DG, I think, and Zyrith. Sorry, Zyrith, if you're looking at this for some reason, I'm probably gonna misspell your name. But there's some Meatballcraft content if you're looking for that. Who knows? I might even rate them later if they're still on. But yeah, like I appreciate the interest. I do intend on going back to Meatballcraft at some point. I'm not too sure if I'm gonna stream it though. That's the decision I have to make whenever I get to that point. But there's no need to rush that either. And we're enjoying ourselves here. I guess it does look like a PC, right? Yeah. And I will say though, like, man, I've had so much like I have like I've learned so many lessons, and I guess your comment like it's reminding me of that. So I wouldn't say like I wouldn't be so discouraged on playing GTNH, because believe it or not, I've never had to do anything like this ever. Any pack I've ever played, it's always been like, oh, just put one machine and you're fine. I've never had to do mass production on this scale. And it's funny to think about that this isn't even enough either. I've learned so much in this pack, and like how to think differently than I usually do, that I would not have had the experience to if I didn't play the pack. And really the main answer that I can give, or like I guess you can say to anybody who's trying to get into this pack, the main thing to worry about is your own playthrough. Don't look at other people's playthroughs, because it's very easy to get discouraged. But the main way to beat this pack is parallelize. It's way more efficient to have more machines with the same power than more power. That makes sense. That's the too long didn't read of this pack.
Don't forget to drink.
And also drinking water is like a huge lesson. Thank you, Ali. Don't forget to drink water and take breaks also. And I guess you might say that that's part of the issue I had with my first playthrough of Meatballcraft. Like that season 1 thing that I was doing. Was that I was treating... Oh, Ali. Hello, Ali. She joined. Oh, she's gonna do a quest audit. She's gonna get mad at me. A little bit of a backstory. Ali is always showing up and like doing a quest book audit and getting mad at me when I have quests to complete. No one tell her how many quests I've completed by accident. No, I was saying something, right? That one of the issues that, like, looking back at Meatballcraft, that I guess supported me not wanting to play it anymore, was that I was not treating it like GTNH. I was playing the pack how I used to play it. That is, one machine for everything. And when I do that, the progression can be a little slow. And I felt that I wasn't making as fast progress as I did with GTA NHL. Thanks for the follow. I'm just talking out loud, right? But too long didn't read. If you're interested in any pack, don't feel discouraged if someone else is playing it and they're like doing nonsense like this. No. We all had our learning lessons to get to this point. I would not have had to do this before ever until now. Oh, plus jams with some German music, man. They got some good stuff. Okay, so it looks like everything is plugged in. We did the tedious part of putting down the controllers. Everything should be powered. Next step is to actually queue them up. So I'm going to do from basically green down. And this is what's cool about this new setup that I did. I don't have to like connect every single wireless connector that I had before. It's all connected to spaghetti. So just queue you, and then brown, blue, purple, cyan. Why do I feel like I messed it up already? And white. Yeah. And then I have to add new hubs to this. Oh, sorry. I catch myself jamming out to some of the tunes too much. Okay. How do I do this? Binding mode. It's 1. So I know it works. Where would one find the charger? I think I know. What kind of charger do you need? Oh, do you need the wireless charger? I have to connect it. I always forget to do that. It's this guy down here. Is it shift right click? Unlocked. Try that. Has it really been... So you haven't had power this whole time? That thing has been plugged in there forever. Sorry. Alright, no problem. So I know this connected correctly if I right click it and it says 16. Yes. 32. Okay, that works. Same thing here. And I know I didn't mess up any of my cues if they all work correctly. If any of them show up red, I just broke everything. But it's all on a subnet, so it doesn't matter if I break it. I should have done the cues correctly. If I don't, then that's my bad. And this is one more. This one's 24. Yeah, this one's the only weird one that has 24. It's not going to complete, but that's fine. Okay, and I think that means everything is connected. If I check back here, everything is good to go. And these are now all BioWare processors. So here is the question. I'm going to take out the recipe for these guys. These dudes. Should I set up this way or... Which one's more reasonable? This one is UU matter and biowafers, which is hypogen dust. I'm gonna, I don't know. No, hypogen is a little rough to craft right now, so I'm not gonna do that. I don't think. So I'm gonna keep the same recipe as I'm using before, and then times 8 times 8. And try throwing it right there. Hopefully it doesn't break with the fact that I have two things. So let's say if I try to make 10,000. And it's going to keep complaining about biocells because my buffers are all messed up. Now that's definitely something I did not learn from Divine Journey 2 because I had that issue all the time. But I imagine with blocking mode, it should be okay. And allow insert same recipe. And this is also why I want to set up more of those ass lines over here. So there's still the setup that I have to work on. Let's go ahead and copy paste actually. Mark copy from here to there. Just missing a pattern at that. I don't really mind. Okay. Well, it works because it already crafted a little bit. So what happens if I try to craft the wetware circuits as well, like another 10,000, because we're crafting these, we're using them in that like that much. So what happens if I try to craft both of it, like both? I guess really the only way I can tell if this is working is stress testing it with a big craft somewhere. But the whole idea is that because these are imprinted with a certain circuit, whenever I push that stuff into this buffer, they all pull circuits, but because they can't craft over there on the top ones, because this is a different circuit, then it's just not going to do anything. Only these are going to take effect. So I don't think there's really any like conflict, but I guess here's hoping that nothing happens over time. And that's what this blocking card is for, so it doesn't push anything else. I'm not sure. We'll just leave it there. I'm willing to bet that it works fine, but time will tell. So this one, I'm going to name it. This one is going to be for advanced ass lines. I'm advanced ass lining it. Yeah. Okay. And then for me to set up everything, I need to have the ME chest here. Trying to think here. I might be able to use ME drives instead. But for me to do that, I need to have, like, how do I say it? Yeah, I think I'm going to use ME drive to reduce the amount of vertical clutter, if that's even the right word. So this is my thinking here. So for me to be able to do this, where I just have a single branch of wireless connectors from the front, and then it just keeps going, the only way I can do that with the advanced ass line, wherever it is, where do I put it? Over there. The only way I can do it is if I share the fluids with the items, at least for these first 4. So I think what I'm going to do is use drives instead. And I'll use drives for everything because I might as well. It's going to have more space. And how many different drives do I need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 15. I can also just do this. 15, yes. So this is going to need its own controller because that's too many channels that you have to deal with. Which means we need one of you. And I can take this guy off and then plug you in like that. So Let me see here. Okay, I do have the space to go left and right, so I'm going to do that. Right? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, point it facing this way so I can see it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then yeah, we'll do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's a little cursed, but we'll leave it like that. I don't like how that's gonna look though. It's the best way to do this. Probably gonna have to do some setup off camera. We are running a little bit low on time, but the whole idea I'm trying to do is mimic this, but I have to account for more item storage because there's a lot more inputs that the advanced S line requires. But once I figure that out, I think we'll be able to like compact it a little more. And this is basically also going to be duplicated, but I'm going to need one for every input. So that's like probably going to be twice as long. So it's going to stick out all the way out here or something like that. I'll play with it off camera though. It's going to be a little bit of setup, but yeah. And I guess what I'll also do off camera is finish up setting up the... Now I'll do that next episode. We'll do that next episode. But that's definitely one of the bottlenecks is bioprocessing units. Let's set up a thick craft. And I think the thick craft that I want to do is a capacitor for the advanced AS lines. So let's go ahead and make one. You're just missing chlorine. We get that by accident, so I'm okay with that. Now let me cancel that. Okay, so that's going to be our big craft for the night. And I can set this guy up and get wireless power and power up my advanced AS lines whenever I get those going. Yeah, but we'll wrap it up here for tonight. Pretty productive session. We got what a bunch of void miners going. Pretty good progress. Let's go ahead and raid someone. Oh, speaking of Zyrith isn't playing Meatball Craft right now, but they are playing GTNH, so I'll go say hello. And Jolly Drips was the other individual, that's right, in that Meatball Craft playthrough. Oh, it looks like we're about in the same age. He's in UMV. Nice. Okay. We'll call it here. Have a good night, everybody. Thanks for joining. I'll be back tomorrow. Gonna do a lot of off-camera work, fixing up the advanced AS lines. Have a good night. Take care, and bye-bye.